my God, why did that tickle me? Hello, everybody. It's been a couple months since we've...
Couple months. Oh, God. It's probably been like a full year.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, to explain, I had a child, so there was that.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, so that's why we weren't around for a while. I was quite tired, not feeling spoopy and silly. And also, I feel like it's important everyone knows that we are eating Wendy's while we record this. So
shout out to Wendy's.
Shout out to Wendy's.
If you want to sponsor us.
Yeah, we pretty much single-handedly keep the branch in our area going. So if you want to hit us up, let us know. We're just down the road.
Should we mention kind of the point of the podcast, since we haven't done it in a while? I don't even know if anyone still remembers what we do.
Yeah, shout out to like the 2 people who listen and we're like, hey, I like this. I want to listen to more of it. This is for you and you.
It's funny, like a lot of people actually like ask you about that.
What?
Like, do you guys do a podcast, or are you guys ever going to do a podcast? Just because every time we put out like a video together,
yeah, because we riff pretty good off each other. Separate, I feel like a soggy cracker, but no put. I wasn't referencing my race, but I am white.
So anyway, welcome to Blame It on the Cider, our podcast about just wild stories, I guess is what we're going with. Like things that intrigue us. Yeah. Which happens to most, at least for me, be primarily true crime and like paranormal things for me. I don't know about you. Yeah. Like usually for me, I usually just listen in on whatever you're watching. It's usually like true crime, crazy murders, or like forensic files kind of stuff, which is pretty fun. Sorry. I'm dressed in, I'm wearing all my clothes except for my socks are my husband's right now. So I'm feeling, he's pretty much like the definition of a fuckboy. So I'm feeling very fuckboyish right now. Because you're cosplaying. Yeah, I'm cosplaying as him. You're cosplaying with my skater clothes from the early 2000s, pretty much. He was a boy. He was a boy. Oh, God. Oh my Please God. Don't copyright us, Avril. I love you. I know that was really close to the original. I know it was. We're probably gonna get flagged. Shit. So do you want to go first, or should I go first? I already told you. I would like you to go first because the way you have hyped this up to me, I don't know what it's about, but you make it sound like it's just god awful, like it's just gonna be horrific. Well, the thing is, it's just so freaking wild, and it's got a lot of the things you absolutely love. Organized religion. Okay. Terrible adoptions. Okay. And I was adopted, but if people don't know. And what else was it? And I was raised in a cult. Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, actually, people also say it's pretty culty, but... What? Whatever I'm about to talk about, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I don't really see any evidence of a cult because I didn't really look into the religion. Okay, hot take, spicy take. I'm really sorry if you're religious, but I feel like 90% of religions are very cult-like. The organized. Yeah. Like the ones where you go to a church, they're almost all like a little culty. The one that you went to when in the Philippines, because again, my husband's Filipino. Yeah. Oh, should we say our names? Oh, yeah, actually. That's the thing. We always forget to do proper intros. Well, I feel like the only people that would ever actually listen to this are people who already like follow me. I'm Plamondon Comics. I just go by Plam. Like that's kind of my pseudonym. And I'm a comic artist primarily, but I like to do everything. Like, listen, we're only here on this earth for however long we are, so might as well just do everything. Yeah, seriously. Like that's me. What about you? Well, I'm not as popular. Like, I feel like I used to do comics too. I'm Zach, by the way. I'm her husband, if that wasn't evident. So why would that be evident? Anyway, so do you want me to
talk about this spicy story?
I guess so. Man, I just have to say, we sound so good right now. Like, we are flowing so well.
I know.
This is like super riveting.
The problem is we haven't really done this in a while. And another thing is we spend all day together. We can't be like those other podcasts that are like, hey, so what are you into right now?
Yeah, I already know what you're into because you never stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Love you. That's okay. I do too, though. I'm like...
Well, that's why we decided to do a podcast, though, because we like to just talk about stupid
that's a great explanation. Okay, like, this podcast is basically two married people who've been together for over 5 years now. And we have very niche interests, and we talk about them a lot, and we often riff with each other, and we're like pretty funny when we're talking about our interests.
There's like... Either we're really entertaining or we're just so sleep deprived that...
Yeah, it's one or the other. We'll find out. We'll find out,
yeah. We'll see how people react. This is an
experiment to see if we're actually funny or if we are just tired.
Anyway, so today I would like to talk to you about Flordelis.
Let's do.
Okay, her full name I will probably butcher, so I'll just stick to Flordelis. I might even be butchering that name.
It's French. It would be Flordelis.
Well, she's Brazilian.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm so sorry if you can hear me like munching, by the way. I'm really...
This is part ASMR mukbang.
Itchy.
Yeah. And anyway, so she was a religious figure from Brazil.
She's the cult leader? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so bad. I'm interrupting. That's going to be... If we do ever get like more than 2 people listening to this, they're going to be like, oh my God, did she ever stop?
The last one's had like a couple hundred of views. So I feel like some people actually did watch the entire thing, if not most of it.
What?
Of the first 2 podcasts we released. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the problem is we get so excited that we just can't keep our mouth shut.
I have a really... bad tendency to interrupt when I get excited. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so she's a religious figure from Brazil. She released a buttload of like Christian music. They are Pentecostal, by the way. I don't really know.
Spicy.
Yeah.
I think Pentecostal are the ones that have snakes. Like they talk to they're like parcel tongue.
Oh, like the speaking in tongues kind of thing. Basically.
Yeah, and then they're like, the Lord is inside me. And they're like, and they start gyrating.
Scatman is their Jesus, pretty much.
He like just busts through the doors. I'm the Scatman.
Skip it. I don't want to get copyrighted twice.
Okay.
Anyway, so she built a reputation as like a saintly woman. She did all of this like humanitarian work and like...
All right.
She was a big fucking deal, pretty much. Like...
What year was this?
This was in the 90s.
Okay.
So she was so popular to the point that they made a movie about her life. And she's only in her 30s, by the way. She's not like an old lady.
At the time or right now?
Yeah, they made it at like when she was in her 30s in the
90s. She was in her
late
30s.
90s,
okay.
Yeah.
Because you made it seem like she was 10 years old in the 90s and she had a fucking cult and now...
No.
Okay.
Anyway, and the movie wasn't just like a B-list student project kind of movie. It had like the biggest stars in Brazil.
Damn.
So yeah, she's a big fucking deal. So this woman, she's got 3 biological children.
Okay.
And in 1991, she adopted 5 teenagers.
Red flag.
Yeah, trigger warning, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, trigger warning if you're adopted, because some of you might be, because this on this channel, on my YouTube channel, if you're watching there, I talk about adoption a lot. Trigger warning for that.
Yeah.
Every time somebody is like a big figure, or they in any way, like they're online, social media, anything, and then they adopt a buttload of people.
Yeah.
That's a red flag, people. It's not heartwarming.
Oh, yeah.
They do it for a reason. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so trigger warning. So she adopted 5 teenagers, one of which was named Anderson DeCarmo. Okay. He was 14 years old.
Sounds like 2 last names, but all right.
I know, right? But this is important, though. Like, he's an important person in this story. So I just had to mention that off the bat. Okay. Now, it sounds crazy adopting 5 teenagers while you have 3 kids, but she did. Soon after, she adopted 37 more kids.
She straight up has a farm at this point. She's farming children. Is that the story? Just kidding. Okay.
It's the Promised Neverland. Just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my God.
So like I think that was around 1994, she adopted 37 more kids, some of which were rumored to be actually kidnapped.
It happens, guys.
Yeah, it happens, especially if they come from like poorer parts of the country or whatever.
There was a family, I don't know who it was. I don't keep tabs. But they adopted, like they seriously had like 20 adopted kids, and they're like, we're looking to adopt more. And everyone was like, oh my God, that's so heartwarming. And I'm like the one person who was like, are we not thinking about the resources, the logistics here? This is basically just, they went from one orphanage to another at this point. And then everyone's like, you're such a hater.
Unless this person is Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. Then they
even
can...
then, I'm sorry, unless you can clone yourself. I was like doing the math. If they spent, if you have 20 kids, if you spent like an hour with each kid, that's 20 hours.
Yeah.
You never have time for these children. Like, okay, anyway.
Yeah, seriously.
I have a serious pet peeve with that. You chose to do an adopted one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I as I was writing this, I was like, oh crap, I forgot about this part. But
fine. Okay.
Anyway.
So she's starting a farm.
So she started a farm,
very
some
lucrative.
of which might be kidnapped. It was also rumored that while her first 8 kids lived a pretty good life, because she is a big figure, she's probably rich as hell if they made a movie about her and shit. The 37 other ones were supposedly lived in squalor. Like
No.
I know, right? Whoa, what are the fucking chances? But supposedly they lived in like a separate area, and they were fed like leftovers and like yeah. Well, one of them said it was like old sausages and old pasta and dry bread.
Ew,
pretty much.
Ugh. I don't even really like pasta that much.
I know.
It's got to be really good for me to enjoy it.
And like one of them also, like one of the kids also said that he had to go through an initiation process.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
If you want to be one of my farm children, you gotta really. If you want to be my farm kid, you gotta get through initiation. Oh man, we're gonna get so claimed.
I know. Oh my God, we're not gonna make any money.
What? That's why we were doing this.
We're gonna make $0 out of $0 at this point. Yeah, he said that he was isolated from everyone else, and he had to wear this white gown thing, and he had to write scriptures all day. And okay, this is what he said. I couldn't really fact check this part, but
so it's alleged.
Yeah, but to be purified from the mundane world, he had to sleep with her.
There it is.
But yeah,
cult leader.
I couldn't really check this part. I couldn't find anything about it.
I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past someone like this.
Yeah, that
first of all
adopts 37 kids.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, these 50-something kids did not have a fucking chance, right? Was it 50-something?
Well, you said she had like 8 kids, and then she had 30. Yeah, it'd be about 30.
Yeah, about 50.
I mean 50.
Yeah. So anyway, these 50-something kids did not have a fucking chance just because, well, their mother is kind of crazy. I mean, so anyway, that was just all backstory.
Oh, jeez.
Like,
do you know how people thought of it? Like when she first, before everything came out, do you know if people?
Well, that's the thing. People were praising her for everything she's doing. Like, oh, you're such a fucking saintly
Mother
woman.
Teresa.
Yeah, like taking in all these kids and providing for them, kind of bullshit. So everyone really loved this woman. So.
That's so triggering because
I know
that happens to so many adopted kids. Like, everyone's like, "You're so blessed, you're so lucky," and behind closed doors, you're getting like abused. Yeah,
God.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So, this is when it gets really weird. Okay, one of the original.
Now it's getting weird.
Now it's gonna get really fucking weird. So, one of the original 5, the Anderson DeCarmo guy, the one we mentioned, was 14 years old at the time. Started dating one of her biological daughters.
A little weird.
It's kind of weird. A little
not
weird.
Illegal, maybe. Yeah. I don't
know. But they broke up though.
Awkward.
Yeah. But who was there to pick up the pieces though?
Jesus?
No. Mommy was there. So Anderson de Carmo, when he turned 18, married Flordelis.
No.
His mother-in-law / mom / wife.
Woody Allen.
It is so fucking weird.
With Dina Elena.
So he's 18, she's 34, I think.
Ew.
Yeah. Like
that's why I do believe like she was diddling though. Allegedly.
Yeah, that's why I'm also inclined to believe that
she diddled some kids.
I mean, it's really fucking weird. It's really weird. Like, how can you date someone you kind of raised?
Woody Allen. Why don't we? Let's have him on the pod. Do you think he'll be on the pod?
Someone get Woody Allen's agent. Actually,
listen. We just have a few friendly little questions for you, bud.
So, of course, after they get married, he becomes a big part of the whole operation, right? Like,
jeez,
he supposedly handled their finances because I don't know why.
You want an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Handling that.
Yeah, so they co-founded their church, which is where the organized religion kind of comes in.
Okay, hold up. If I'm a little confused, I feel like the listeners might be confused. So she hadn't started this church yet.
No.
Why was she famous in the first place?
She was a preacher and a singer, like
she was Christian singer. Yeah. Okay, so she's a famous singer.
Yeah.
In the Christian genre.
Yeah.
Then she's like, I'm going to start my farm. And everyone's like, oh my God, you're such a good person.
You're such a good person.
And then she's like, I'm going to fuck my kids.
I'm going to marry my fucking 18-year-old son.
Okay.
And then we're going to start our own church together.
So she's like, I just feel a little bored, This is just not enough for me.
Yeah.
I need to take it to the next level. Okay.
Pretty much. Okay. So they essentially become like a huge power, like a religious power couple.
Ultimate couple goals. Couples goals. Brad and Angelina there. They're even collecting kids.
Whomst.
Yeah, get on their level.
So yeah, religion, as we know, is one of the most profitable businesses out there.
Oh, dun, 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 dun. Shots fired.
Oh, you don't have the button.
Yeah, we got to add that in.
Yeah, but because you don't get taxed and people will give you money willingly. They just hand it to you pretty much.
And again, not to roast anybody who happens to be religious, but a lot of very emotionally vulnerable people turn to religion.
Yeah. So now that they're like kind of at a really good spot where they control like a multitude of people.
And she's already popular because...
And she's already really popular because she is fucking Mother Teresa over here.
Sorry, I'm just putting away. I've been eating a Frosty this entire time. All right.
So what is the only natural progression from that is politics, obviously. So she runs for, it's called the Chamber of Deputies. I assume it's kind of like their Senate. I didn't really look into Brazilian.
I just thought of like deputies like cowboys, but like the chamber made me think of Chamber of Secrets. I thought of like wizard cowboys.
Oh, it's just a room full of cowboys
with wands instead of guns.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
But so yeah, she gets elected in 2018 as she becomes
what? Hold up.
Yeah, this is very recent.
Okay.
This is very recent.
So she's been diddling kids for like
pretty much
20 years
for a long time, since the 1991, 1992.
So for almost like 30 years she's been messing around with her ranch, her child ranch.
And of course she gets elected because that's what you do to pedophiles. Anyway, so she gets elected 2018. So to recap, like, she's got a million kids. She's very powerful in terms of like the religious environment and like
religious sphere.
Yeah, and she's now a politician, right? So in 2019,
Jesus, it
is very recent. Yeah, these are fresh cuts.
Yeah,
these are freshly picked from the farm. So her son / husband was gunned down. Reportedly during a supposed robbery. I couldn't find a lot of information. Oh, that's okay. I couldn't find a lot of information on the actual murder because I don't know. It's just so hard.
Interesting.
But supposedly he got shot several times, and they said it was a robbery. So yeah, that's what
the kid diddler's like. I don't know, crazy. Must have been a robbery.
Oh, yeah, during his funeral, she was like sobbing and she was like, "I praying for justice and shit."
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
let's hope.
Not everything kind of died down because like pandemic and just a lot of stuff happening all over the world.
Yeah.
But in 2020, they made like a breakthrough with the investigation. They looked through the phones of the family.
Which one? Did they each like they got like man? Yeah. Can you imagine the plan with Verizon they got there?
Oh my god!
They're like, we got you.
You want how many phones? But yeah, they looked through the phones, and apparently, like she has been trying to get her kids to murder Anderson.
Why?
Yeah,
I'm so surprised.
So like, they've been plotting like poisoning him and trying to just basically get this guy out.
She's like, I started off with I had the plan to have my farm, my child farm, so I can diddle kids, allegedly. And then she's like, he helped me make this bigger and better than I could have ever imagined, but now I have to share.
Yeah, I think he's getting too old for me. I think is what she
Yeah, she was like, there's fresher.
Yeah.
There's fresh options out there.
Yeah. So like they saw that they were planning to kill him, but none of them actually went through with it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead they hired a hitman.
Oh, okay. Classy. So they were classy about it. They're like, I don't want to dirty my we got a lot of money from that this beautiful religion that we've created.
Exactly. Like, why do it yourself when you can pay someone to do it?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
obviously.
So yeah, they found out that they hired a hitman. So there's a lot of theories as to why they were planning on murdering this guy. Mm-hmm. So there were talks that they were planning on getting a divorce, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what I think, or something like she wanted his money, like his share.
I think actually she wanted to break it off. He wanted to break it off. I think that he was probably getting sick of her bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely. I mean, she's probably absolutely insufferable considering that. So yeah, the plausible theories are like they're planning on getting a divorce. Now, since they are both religious figures, and I think because it is Pentecostal, they're often quite strict about things.
Yeah.
And in her own words, she said it was to have a divorce is to scandalize God.
Okay, drama queen, but marrying a child isn't.
I know, right? Marrying an 18-year-old.
That's my problem with like a lot of religion. It's like make it make sense, guys.
It is very selective in that sense, right? So of course, there's also the financial thing where they didn't want to share the...
Yeah, because then she's going to have to split that sweet child empire she's got going on.
Sweet religion money.
Mm-hmm.
So after all this came to light, I believe 5 of her kids were actually charged with his murder.
Whoa.
But get this, she gets off scot-free.
What?
Because she is part of the Chamber of Deputies, so she has political immunity.
That is bullshit. What does that even mean?
I know. Like, I was reading this and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? She gets away with it too.
Wow.
Dear God.
I hope that, at least with my story, karma finds them.
So yeah, that was the story of the Mother of the Year, pretty much.
Damn, that's really recent.
Yeah, it's really recent. This was, by the way, I got the Tumblr. I saw this on Tumblr. It's by Cringe Control, just to kind of give them credit.
Shout out.
But so I just read their post and I kind of fact checked everything and saw if it was true. And yeah, a lot of news websites did cover how this fucking political scandal, like religious woman marries husband for money. What a surprise. Mm-hmm. So
marries pretty much a child.
Yeah, pretty much a child who was your daughter's ex-boyfriend as well.
Yeah, that you adopted.
Oh, by the way, the Simone girl, who was his ex-girlfriend, was, I think, part of the 5 people that got charged with the murder.
So she stole her man and her freedom.
Pretty much.
What a bitch.
And she gets off scot-free. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God. Yeah. That is infuriating.
I know. I was like, holy
Brazil,
fuck.
what's happening with you? I mean, I can't really, there's so many, there's so many really messed up things about religion and politics.
Yeah, that's the thing. It just mixed everything. Politics, religion, and the adoption system is just like...
Yeah. The three most corrupt systems.
Yeah.
Are there any more corrupt?
Is there anything more than... I don't know.
I mean...
I'm not sure.
And probably Nickelodeon.
Oh God.
What? I don't know. Have you heard about Dan Schneider? You know?
Yes, I have heard. Okay. You've told me about the...
Oh man, I gotta stop talking to you. Thing. I gotta stop communicating with you.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Taking away all my...
It's really hard not to talk about these things that we want to just tell each other about.
Have you heard this shit? Well, okay, so... mine, I'm gonna have to, I can't just summarize things because of my little pea brain. So I have to write it out and then just kind of read it. So that's what I'm gonna do pretty much.
That's okay. There's probably less rambling.
Yeah. I mean,
if it's like more structured.
Yeah. That's why I like to have it structured because I have a very unstructured mind. Hold on.
Chicken soup for the unstructured mind.
Oh man. Let's see. So mine is it's got true crime, but it also has a little spooky twist to it. So it's the murder of the architect that made the Fairmont Empress.
Okay.
So do you know where the... Well, let me... I have a picture. I really went all out. I have freaking visuals here.
Bring up the PowerPoint. Oh yeah, I do recognize that. Okay.
So it's in Victoria. We do not. We don't live in Victoria, but we do visit it quite a bit.
Yeah, we've actually literally been in front of that building.
Yeah, we've literally been in front of the building.
We're not gonna go in there. We can't spend money on their expensive shit.
That's like some fancy bougie crap. Well, okay. So yes. So let me first of all talk a little bit about the Fairmont to give everyone... I like to paint a picture, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to do that. So first of all, I would just like to shout out Wikipedia for this section because I tried to just write it out myself, but it was so jumbled because, again, pee-pee-poo-poo brain. So...
Pee-pee-poo-poo brain. Oh,
yeah.
Don't you just hate it when you get pee-pee-poo-poo brain?
Yeah, pee-pee-poo-poo brain struck again. So I was like... Fuck it. We're just gonna go to our old faithful Wikipedia. Okay. So the Fairmont Empress. I always want to say the Fairmont Express. So it's gonna be the Fairmont Empress, formerly and commonly referred to as the Empress, which I probably will just call it.
It's easier to say just the Empress. I think everyone knows.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't know what I'm talking about. You can look it up.
Yeah.
Is one of the oldest hotels in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Located on 721 Government Street, it's situated in downtown Victoria, facing the Inner Harbor. The hotel was designed by Francis Rattenbury, who we're going to talk about. Rattenbury, what a very unfortunate last name to have.
Yeah.
Like burying rats. Is what it sounds. Okay. And it was built by Canadian Pacific Hotels, a division of the Canadian Pacific Railway Company.
Okay. So there's a lot of big companies involved.
Yeah. Okay. Like it was commissioned for, opened on January 20th, 1908. The Chateauesque styled building is considered one of Canada's grand railway hotels. Okay, this is my own words now. So it's super bougie.
Super bougie.
Super bouge. And many famous guests have graced its halls. Including Edward, Prince of Wales, Winston Churchill, our homie.
Prince of Wales just makes you think of he's like actual Wales
riding on a blueback. He's just like okay. Winston Churchill, Shirley Temple.
Oh,
yep. And apparently too, they went there because they were fleeing people who were trying to kidnap her in California.
Whoa! I didn't even know there was a thing about that.
Right, like.
That's probably something we should look into.
The P files really need... The P files. Because we always get in trouble for saying.
Oh, do you?
Just on YouTube, but honestly, I don't care because we're not making money off of this. Yeah. So until that time comes, I don't give a shit if it ever does. I mean, but anyways, yeah.
I mean, we'll put this out on other platforms as well, anyway. So that'll be fine.
Whatevs. It's cash. I gotta stop. I have to stop. Okay, King George. Okay, is the V in the 1? Does that make the 6th? Mm-hmm. Okay. God, I'm so smart. King George VI and Queen Elizabeth, who, another fun fact, died in 2002 at age 101.
God damn.
So we thought that this Queen Elizabeth does not die. Mm-hmm. God bless. No.
God save the Queen.
Like, what are they feeding these people?
I know.
Jesus. Yeah.
They just live forever.
I got to get on that. I just imagine them like, come here, Queen Elizabeth. They've got like grains out, like she's like a horse or something. Got like a special
It's
blend.
your turn to bathe the Elizabeth.
Brush her hair. Finally. Okay. The Empress was a regal hotel that started off as lodgings for Canada's steamline ships.
Okay.
So, because it's in the harbor, right?
Yeah. It's beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, it is really beautiful. Like I said, it is very, well, it looks like a chateau, which is almost like a, not really a it's kind of castle-y. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, streamlined, but over years turned into a tourist spot and a place to hold extravagant events.
No, you can't go ooh-woo. Not yet. It's too early for that.
We gotta reel them in first. We gotta give them old razzle-dazzle.
Give them the jazz hands.
Yeah, to hold extravagant events. Mm-hmm. One of these events for tourists has continued on to this day. High tea. Do you know what high tea is?
Yeah, I mean, only because you watch the Great British Bake Off and stuff like that, like the Great Canadian Baking Show. So yeah.
So you know what it is? Explain it.
It's fancy tea.
They smoke a lot of weed, and then it's just it's like there's a certain time of day where and it started out with like, you know, royalty and aristocrats would just sit in literally like really high chairs. And then they would drink tea and have really fancy
I kind of
finger food.
Imagine them like babies and they have their own little trays in front. Bring this over to Elizabeth.
Me want chamomile.
Oh, God.
I want chamomile.
God.
It's like in a sippy cup.
Yeah. I mean, royals are fucking weird anyway.
Yeah, they are weird. Like, who does, like, weirdo? Just drink your fucking tea. Why does it have to be a special time? Anyway.
Oh,
wow. We have a lot of feelings about this specific.
We're very passionate about tea.
You know, adoption farms, that's fine, whatever. It's the high tea that really gets me.
It's very controversial.
Yeah. But, so yeah, I think it's like, just a tradition left over from British Parliament, because we used to be under British rule. Yeah. So we still do that apparently, and the Empress offers it to this day. Huh. Yeah.
That's kind of weird. I kind of want to try that if we have like, I don't know, $100.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, because you want to know, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wow, that sounds really great. I would like to pretend I'm rich for a minute. I would like to feel fancy. So I looked it up. Guess how much it is each person?
I don't know, $100.
$75.
Pretty close. Yeah. Still though, that's a lot of money.
I know.
For fucking tea.
Well, tea, and then they've got like pastries and like little finger foods. And apparently a lot of their pastries that they make is made from local, like they own like a honeybee it's not an orchard. It's an orchard.
I think it's called an apiary, I think.
Yeah. Stop outsmarting me.
But
making me look like a real idiot here. I'm calling it a bee orchard, and here you are throwing out fancy terminology. They got that, and then they also have a garden up on the roof. Huh. Yeah. So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So they have jack up the prices, really.
Why do they got? How much extra money does it take to just go to a goddamn roof? Seriously, $75?
God, maybe there's no elevator.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I do have information about an elevator in this. Okay. Anyways, we gotta get. I told you, Zach. I'm very okay.
It's fine.
So, it's not only fancy, but it's also haunted.
Ooh. Well, I feel like old buildings like that tend to have a reputation of being haunted.
Exactly.
And like, especially things that oppress a certain group. Like look at us, so fancy.
Oh, yeah, because they're fancy. Yeah, like they don't give a crap about the people that work there. Okay, I gotcha. I was like, what? Yeah. Where is this going? Okay, but yeah, I gotcha. So I'm going to go over a few like of the main hauntings, but I'm going to start off with the big boy about the architect, Francis Rattenbury.
Okay.
All right, so here's the rundown on our boy Francis.
Frankie.
Here's a rundown on our boy Frankie. Courtesy.
Okay.
Frankie boy. Courtesy of the Canadian Encyclopedia.ca.
Oh.
And then I said, except I might have added my own zest in there. And I'm sure you'll know when my commentary has interspersed. Yeah. So, again, this is them talking. I cannot write this eloquently. Francis Rattenbury arrived in British Columbia from his native England in 1892, a 25-year-old architect of meager experience, but full of charm and self-confidence. And you want to see him? He was pretty hot. He's got nice hair.
Oh, yeah. He's got that mustache. Thick stash. Yeah.
Yeah, like a luscious mustache. He's
People
pretty good
used to like that.
Good, he's good.
I think it's coming back, actually. The stash is coming back.
Yeah, it is coming back. Those damn hipsters, they just won't stop. Okay. Okay. He was full of charm and self-confidence. Obviously, he had a really luscious mustache. Within 10 months of his arrival, he had entered and won 10 months a competition to design the new Parliament building plan for Victoria. So the Parliament buildings that are just across from the building? Yeah. He also designed those ones, beautiful. Which is why they look very
they look very
uniform.
Similar, actually.
Yeah, they look really nice. Okay.
Huh, that's good to know.
The commission was a great coup, and I'm not going to pretend like I know what the hell that means. Like I thought, or coup?
What?
Coup? It's just coup?
What?
It says the commission was a great coup, and I don't know what the hell that means. Like I thought a coup d'etat. Coup d'etat?
What?
I look really stupid right now.
No. It's okay. We'll cut out any parts that you are.
No, you can showcase my stupidity. It's okay. We're gonna have to cut out like 80% if we do that. Okay, well let's.
Yeah.
Basically, he got a good commission from this. Okay, that's all it was trying to say.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it was okay. Anyway, and Rattenbury went on to establish a flourishing practice, designing such notable buildings as the Vancouver Courthouse.
Okay.
Which is now the Vancouver Art Gallery, a Crystal Garden in Victoria, and assorted banks, homes, and hotels all over the province. At one time, he was the chief architect for both the CPR, which is what the Canadian Pacific Railroad Company, right? The CPR?
Yeah.
Not the staying alive.
Not the staying alive, yeah.
Not the staying alive kind of railroad.
Yeah, okay.
And the Bank of Montreal, which is like the longest standing bank in Canada. So he was killing it.
Okay.
I said, so basically he was the bitch of architecture in Canada at the time. Here he is older too. He's like not as hot.
Oh wow. He looks completely different.
He needed to keep the mustache, I think.
Yeah.
He has a really long lip and it's not doing it for him.
He needed that luscious.
He has nice hair still, but he need that lip. Yeah, that lip curtain. He needed that little extra something. Okay. Rattenbury's professional success propelled him into the front ranks of Victoria's society. So he started off, and then now he's hot shit. Soon after the Parliament building opened, he married Florence Nunn, the daughter of a retired British Indian Army officer.
Okay.
Indian Army officer. So was she Indian? Like, I'm assuming she does look vaguely like not white, but she looks pretty white to me. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if it means like they were fighting against the native people Indian, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
what the hell that means. The couple lived with their 2 children at the beachfront home in Oak Bay, while Rattenbury turned out a succession of high-profile commissions. So here she is. She's like, she's not ugly.
Chill.
She looks, and the thing is, yeah.
Would you swipe right or is it left? I don't really know.
You know, I would whichever one is the good one, I would swipe that.
Swipe the good one. Yeah.
We clearly are not on Tinder.
No. I've never even seen the interface of Tinder.
I used to have one.
Oh.
Yeah. A long time ago. So anyways, okay, behind this facade of public success, however, the architect's personal life was deteriorating. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He and Florence were ill-suited. Like, everyone was like, why the hell is this guy marrying her? Like, is what it seemed like. Everyone was like, you guys do not have the same, like, way different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And they grew to dislike one another. It was very volatile relationship.
Okay.
So basically, this is my own words. Florence was not from high society, nor was she interested in it. Like, that's the vibe I got. She was like, I don't give a shit about all these rich people. Like, I do not care. She was a real one. You know what I mean? Like, she knew what was important in life.
She's a home girl.
Yeah, she wanted to have kids. She wanted a decent house.
Yeah, she just wanted like a simple life.
Yeah, she just wanted a simple life. But then our homeboy Frankie, he thought he was really cool, and he was like a socialite. He wanted to be where all of the rich people were, and he kind of like,
he wanted to be where the people are.
Yeah, I wanna be where the rich people are. We want to see them smoking crack. No, they don't do crack. What is it? Snorting cocaine.
Opium,
okay,
maybe opium.
Yeah, maybe at that time too.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, they remained together, but Rattenbury lived in his own part of the house and only communicated with his wife through their daughter. Like, wow.
Okay, so they have a kid.
Yeah, they did. They had 2 kids.
Relationship.
They had 2 kids.
Okay.
Early on, though, I think then things started to get
okay.
So drinking excessively, he grew gloomy and reclusive. Yeah, and if that sounds petty to you, that he used his wife or their daughter to talk to his wife, he is a little petty bitch. I'm not gonna lie, Frank. You really need to learn.
You petty bitch.
Frank, you petty bitch.
Anyway.
So then, this is their words, not mine. Enter the femme fatale. She is like very pretty.
Yeah.
And she's got that 1920s like look. She's got the short hair and.
Wait, who is this?
The femme fatale. Oh, I just realized that you're not gonna know what that is. Well, femme fatale is like a sexy lady that, you know, like a heartbreaker.
Okay.
So, at a dinner in his honor at the Empress Hotel at the end of 1923. So he's at a party meant to celebrate him because he created the Empress. So at the Empress they had a party.
Okay.
Rattenbury met Alma Pakenham, and he was smitten. So.
Was she packing ham? She packing that ham.
What if she had just if she did not have just a monster ass, then such a waste of a last name.
Anyway, sorry, I couldn't resist.
Alma was beautiful, had a dumpster ass. Just kidding.
She had a Pixar mom ass.
No, but I don't know about that one. She was talented and exotic.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but in her 20s, she already had lost one husband in the war and divorced a second. Oh. And I said, red flag, Frank. She herself had served as a transport driver and a nurse at the front.
Okay.
I don't know what that means at the front.
Was it like at the war? That's
what I was thinking, like frontline war.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
1923, so it should have been like World War I time, right?
I have no idea. I don't know American history very well.
Showcasing how dumb I am again. She was twice wounded. Yeah, it's got to be
It's probably
she was wounded twice. That's pretty badass. I will give her that.
She is pretty badass.
She knows what she wants. Mm-hmm. She is talented. She's got a dumpster ass.
Yeah,
she's just got it all.
Those hams are pretty exclusive.
She's packing them hams. She's just the full package.
Okay.
And she was also an accomplished musician.
Oh.
So Alma was visiting Victoria from her home in Vancouver. She's a little a boat ride away to give a recital.
Okay.
And then within weeks of their meeting, she had set up shop in the capital as a music teacher. Wow, so it's like within a couple weeks of meeting, she's like, you know what? I'm just going to abandon everything in Vancouver. I'm going to move here for this older man. And I'm going to...
This married older man.
Yeah, this married older man. And I'm just going to, I'm going to fuck around here. I'm going to see where this takes me.
Jesus, take the wheel.
There was nothing about Jesus going on here. Yeah, because Alma and Rattenbury carried on their affair openly with no concern for public opinion or Florence's feelings.
Of course. I mean, he felt like he was a big shot, so.
Yeah, and he was like, well, you're boring, so. He's like Jeffree Star. He's like, well, you're boring, so I can treat you like shit.
Yeah. Yikes.
He was such a petty little bitch, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Frank, you were kind of an ass.
Frank, come on.
And he didn't, like, this is 1920, so it's not that too terribly long ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're related to Rattenbury, I'm sorry, but yo great-great-grandpa was kind of an asshole. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, they appeared together at social functions, gossips circulated the rumor that the pair were sharing a cocaine habit as well as a bed. Scandal.
Living the fancy life. Very cocaine and a bed.
Ooh. There's like a little pilgrim kid in the... What? You guys have a bed?
Yeah. God. Anyway.
So yeah, when Florence refused to grant Frank a divorce, I'm just calling him Frank now. We're really.
Frankie boy.
I really feel like I got to know him after this.
I know.
I'm like, I'm his friend that's like, Frank, what are you doing, my dude? Like, come on, get your shit together.
Get your shit together,
I just
Frankie
want what's best for you. And you're just, it started off so strong, 25, kicking ass. You're like a great up and coming architect. And now you're doing cocaine with some like rando girl who's had lost 2 partners already. Like, think about that.
Yeah, who's probably way out of your league, my dude.
Yeah, he's a pretty good looking guy, but yeah.
But she was like a frontline nurse.
Yeah, she was pretty badass. It's like
pretty badass, so.
Yeah. So because Florence refused to give him a divorce, Frank decided to get like a whole nother level of petty. So not only is he using his daughter to talk to him, like if he wants to talk to her, he also moves Alma in to their house.
Oh.
So it's like we've got like a little polygamy thing happening here almost. Yeah. And he even has Alma play like depressing music on the piano to try to drive her out. Like he's trying to make it real like shitty for her.
What if Florence is like, ooh, that's my jam?
Yeah, you know what Florence is like, honestly, if I'd rather listen to this than you guys snorting cocaine in the bathroom. Like, yeah, this is honestly a treat because you guys are insufferable.
God.
And speaking of being insufferable, Florence finally gave in and granted Frank his divorce. In the spring of 1925, he and Alma married. Aww, so romantic.
Instead of like a flower girl, it's just a cocaine girl.
She's like
sprinkling cocaine everywhere. Anyway.
I mean, I don't know how much cocaine they were doing, but we really were interested in that little tidbit.
Yeah, we're really gonna cling on to that.
Yeah, we're clinging to that.
Yeah.
But their affair had left them social pariahs even after they had a son and settled into a respectable domesticity. I didn't write that. At the end of 1929, they packed up and moved to England. They're like, everyone hates us, so let's go. Settling in the coastal resort town of, Bournemouth? Or it could be Bournemouth. I don't know. England was not a cure for Frank's discontent. As the years passed, he became a sulky, impotent, alcoholic old man. Wow, the author of this did not hold back. They were also like, this guy's a douche.
Did Florence write this on?
Florence is like, fuck you, impotent.
He had a tiny penis. Anyway.
And he had a tiny penis. But he was burdened. I don't know about that one, but he was burdened with financial stress and worries.
So yeah. So maybe having a cocaine problem.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have. Maybe you should have focused more on your family and less on climbing those social ladders. But what do I know?
Yeah.
I rent. Alma, on the other hand, was still young and enjoying success as a composer of popular songs.
Oh.
I like this. They're like, inevitably, she took a lover. Like, obviously, if you're going to be more successful than your partner, you're going to cheat on them.
Yeah,
like,
obviously.
Makes me wonder about the writer of this. Florence, what are you...
Yeah, girl, Florence, what is going on?
What does that mean, Florence?
Chill out, girl.
So she took a lover, and her choice showed her usual carelessness.
George Stoner was, listen to this catch, an 18-year-old dropout.
Oh.
Hired to be Rattenbury's chauffeur.
Okay.
Sounds like a real catch, you know?
Yeah.
Like when I think of my ideal guy, if I wasn't married to you and I had to, you know, find a new partner, I would want an 18-year-old boy that that's dropped out of high school.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, that sounds like he's really going places. And the immaturity and lack of you know, life experience really just kind of makes it a little fun. Like you never know, is he gonna have a meltdown?
It's gonna be a surprise.
Yeah,
all his teenage hormones are still
angst,
kicking.
The acne is just like I like to pop zits, so it's really just my ideal. I'm just ideal. Kidding, by the way. I'm just James Charles. I've been watching a lot of like stuff about him. God. It's very topical right now. So
yeah.
I keep thinking about, okay, anyways, I am not like James I'm not like Jimmy over there. Okay. So,
oh God, Jimmy.
So, Georgie over here, he was bescotted with Alma. You know, I wrote that, right? Bescotted with Alma.
Oh my God.
And he was jealous of her husband, afraid that the two might reconcile and toss him out. He was a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. I said, sounds like a catch, honestly.
Yeah.
The explosion occurred on the evening of March 24th, 1935, when George took a mallet and beat Frank's head in with while the architect sat in a drunken stupor.
Okay.
Super cute. Both Alma and George were charged with murder.
Oh.
Their trial gave the British public everything it could have wanted. Sex, drugs, celebrity, and, in the end, tragedy. After 5 days of titillating testimony,
tell me more.
A jury took 50 minutes to find Alma innocent and her young lover guilty.
Okay.
Like, oftentimes back then, when women were like, oh, I'm just a little lady, boo-hoo, and then they're like, aw, you couldn't have, no.
You wouldn't have hurt that man, would you?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't look into this enough to know if it was likely she was a part of this or not.
Yeah.
But actually, I don't think she was, because later I'll tell you what happened to her. But yeah, I think she really was innocent in this case. But it is weird that she divorced another guy and then she lost. Well, I think she lost the other guy in divorce. So yeah, I think she was innocent.
Okay.
About this at least.
Okay.
So the story that began with a fateful meeting in the Empress Hotel on a winter evening in 1923 ended 4 days after the verdict, when Alma committed suicide by stabbing herself through the heart and falling into the river Avon.
Wow.
Or Avon.
Okay.
The makeup. Apparently, she expected that Stoner would hang. Oh, so you know what? She could have helped. Oh. She could have helped, because she was like, oh, my boyfriend, my little 18-year-old boyfriend, he's going to jail. He's going to get hanged. Yeah. So I'm going to kill myself, because that's super cute.
Yeah.
So, you know what? She could have, she could have helped. She could have,
it's a possibility.
This up. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's just throwing it out there. But yeah, so she killed herself and apparently threw herself into the river because she thought that Stoner would hang.
Okay.
And the judge who sentenced him did so to death. But an outraged public blamed Alma for corrupting the boy, and when presented with a clemency petition signed by 350,000 people, which is a lot. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people back then.
Yeah, because it's not like you can just hop on the internet.
Just post it on Twitter.
Yeah. It's not like you can just like go on to change.org and you're
someone sign my petition?
Stoner was innocent. He was just a little boy. That little seductress. Yeah, actually, in this case, I was just talking about how women are usually like, in the 1920s, were like, oh, I don't even know. But apparently in this one, though, they went the classic route of blaming the lady. Huh. But
okay.
Anyway, so then the Home Secretary agreed after that petition. Mm-hmm. So Stoner got a life sentence instead of the death penalty, but he was out of prison in 7 years.
Wow.
The sole survivors of British Columbia's most notorious love triangle. Oh my God! Imagine you murdered somebody and then get out in 7 years.
Only 7 years. My goodness.
Jeez. To this day,
you can see, okay, so to this day, in the Empress, you can see Rattenbury by the stairs where his portrait is hanging, as well as in the basement where the men's room is located, whatever the hell that is. I don't know what the men's room is, but...
It's a bathroom. What?
No, it sounds like... What?
What?
I don't... There's only one bathroom for the men, and it's in the basement because they take really stinky poos. Why is it
called the men's room?
I don't know. Like, to me, it just sounds like an old boys club where like they smoke cigars and stuff. But I don't know if that's what it is, but like it's in. But we want to see it's down here. Just imagine seeing like his apparition.
Okay, so people have reportedly said that.
So like to this day now, like people have over the years been seeing him like he's over by the stairs.
Okay.
By his portrait, and then also in the men's room or by the men's room.
Okay.
Which I don't think is just a bathroom.
I mean,
you can see him, his ghostly apparition, taking a big old dookie in the men's room. Like ghostly plop.
God. Ghostly plop. Anyway.
And when you look down in the porcelain, there's nothing there.
Oh no. That's okay.
I don't even feel bad though because he was kind of.
I mean, he was a bit of a.
Yeah, so Karma found him. That's what I was saying. Like in this case, Karma found him. Except for Stoner, he kind of got away with it, in my opinion. Like he should have gotten way more time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but I just have a couple more sightings.
Actual premeditated murder. So.
Yeah. Well, it could have been second-degree murder. It could have been like a fit of rage, for all we know. But anyway, so aside from the two-timer sightings. I'm really bitter about that.
Oh yeah,
Zach, you know how I feel about cheating, so don't you forget about it. But I will not bludgeon you with a hammer, or arrange for your murder and then marry your little brother. I don't know. I'm trying to take it back to the story that you did. What would be like the equivalent? I don't know. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So also aside from that, aside from seeing Frank, this next information that I got from superstitioutimes.com, which, oh my god, so many typos riddled in this article. Like seriously, holy fuck. You guys need to run this through Word document because holy shit.
Grammarly is free, you know.
It was like there was misspellings.
Hit us up, Grammarly.
They'd be like, they need to go to the hotel. I'm like, oh my god, guys, this is out of hand. It's out of control. Okay, but anyways, I did rip from them though.
That's
terrible grammar regardless. Sorry. So there's a guy there that does ghost tours, right?
Okay. There's always a guy that does ghost tours, and they usually got like a goatee and a ponytail.
But it's kind of cool because this guy, that's exactly how I saw this. Like an old dude with like, he's bald up top, but he's got long hair on the sides and it's in a ponytail.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what he looks like, but that's just what I imagine.
Yeah. That's usually what they usually look like. Yeah, they got a goatee and a ponytail. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I saw too. And like round glasses. Well,
they all go to the same school / stylist.
They all go to the same ghost tour school. So this guy, he helped do the renovations in the 1960s.
Okay.
He was like a construction worker then. And this was before air conditioning was in the building. And he would feel cold spots. And that's what got him intrigued. So years later, now he's like 70 something years old. And he still does now he does ghost tours.
Okay.
He's like super into it.
That's weird.
Yeah. So that's where I'm getting this information.
Okay.
Well, some of it. He like talks about, anyways, you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can feel cold spots all over the hotel. But there are two other, aside from Ranbury, there's two other like main ghosts that they talk about and that people still report seeing. So one of those ghosts is Lizzie McGrath. She was a former chambermaid of the hotel. So this is in their words. The former employee was readying herself for bed. This is like her story, right? Her death story. Wow, I really suck at this. I'm so sorry. The former employee was readying herself for bed one evening in 1909 and would usually say her rosary on the fire escape outside of her bedroom on the 6th floor.
It was common for employees to live on the premises of the hotel back then. But on that particular day, renovations were happening at the hotel, and the fire escape was not there to support McGrath as she climbed out the window. So I don't know why she wanted to be out there to do her rosary, but maybe she wanted the fresh air or something.
That is a really weird place to do it, but okay.
Yeah, I know. It was like, that seemed so freaking weird to me, but all right. Yeah. So she plunged to her death just to the right of the Empress's main entrance.
Ooh.
Yeah. We probably walked right past where she died.
Yeah, probably actually.
Yeah, that's so creepy. So now when her apparition is seen, it's usually on the spot where she landed, wearing her uniform and clutching her rosary, or she's seen going about doing her duties, like in the hotel. So that's one of them. Another resident spirit walking the halls of the 6th floor is an older woman who seems to have forgotten which room was hers. It is suspected that she's a former guest who died in her room of natural causes sometime after World War II, known as Margaret in Gibbs' book. Now, this is a different guy. Gibbs is an author who writes about Victoria's hauntings.
Okay. That would be kind of cool, actually.
I know, I should read that book so I can actually give an accurate...
Yeah. I do like reading about ghost stories, though. Like, I'm a little bitch with horror.
Yeah.
Like I get scared really easily, especially little children ghosts.
Yeah, they're I know what I'm gonna talk to you about for next week.
Okay.
You guys probably, if you're on YouTube, comment below if you think you know what I'm gonna do for next week. Okay, so she would leave her home in Calgary just after Christmas and winter in Victoria. Her residence was on the 6th floor in a recently added tower. So she's like in a new tower back in the during World War II-ish time. Her lifeless body had been discovered by one of the managers of the hotel. And I remember it said mangers of the hotel, and I fixed it. They're like, one of the mangers of the hotel. I'm like, come on, you guys. Like, who wrote this? But that did not prevent them from using the room. Eventually, though, the room would be deemed unrentable because it was so haunted.
Wow.
Since then, things started happening in the room, and they stopped renting it out, on a regular basis. That's what Adams,
is it still unrentable to this day?
Well, this is what happened. So they weren't making any money in this room because it was so haunted.
Oh, yeah.
So that room was chosen for the location of an elevator.
Oh.
So I'm thinking he probably was there making the elevator because remember, he was also a construction worker.
Yeah.
So the hotel was looking to open up rooms that were used as attic storage space on the 8th floor during the 1980s. Oftentimes, Adams will ask guests on his ghost walks if they are staying in the hotel, and they will point to the rooms where the older woman is seen. After that, more things began to happen. We point to the rooms near the 6th floor. There's an old woman who knocks on the door during the middle of the night. A full-bodied apparition has been sighted, and oftentimes guests will help with the woman find her room only to have her vanish, typically in front of the elevator shaft. That's where her room used to be.
Okay.
Right? Ugh, okay, I just got the chills.
Yay.
At that point, they realize that there's something strange, and then they head back to their rooms. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I heard the stories from guests, and some of the staff have encountered this sort of thing. Okay.
Do people even still stay at the Empress? I feel like it's such an old, expensive ass hotel.
Well, it's now a Fairmont, which is a chain. Remember, we stayed at the Fairmont.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Not there, but
no, it was at Vancouver Airport.
It's like a touristy hotel. Like if you're, actually, so you want to know if people were using it?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to close this off with a review from TripAdvisor by Beauty Just For You in 2016. So someone was using it. Shout out to
you, Beauty Just For You.
Beauty Just For You. Thank you so much for this. I thought this was interesting, okay?
Okay.
We got a little perhaps true crime, and we also got some little ghosties. So here we go. The hotel this is Beauty Just For You, in her own words. The hotel has almost 500 rooms. Our room was at the very end of the hall on our floor, so it took a while to get to the stairs or elevator. Our third night there, I woke up to a light knocking at our door at 4:11 a.m. Remember how the lady knocks on the door?
To knock on doors.
I wondered if I was dreaming, but I wasn't the only one that heard it. On our last night in the city, we went on the ghost tour. Pretty sure I know who was knocking on our door now. The windows do nothing when it comes to sound. This isn't ghost anymore. Yeah. You can hear everything because it's right in the heart of the harbor.
You can imagine the excitement that takes place on a Saturday night at the pubs surrounding the area. Yeah, Canadians love pubs.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear people walking, talking, and unfortunately, we woke up to a female screaming, I'm going home, just let me go. No, I want to go home. Let me go. Get off of me. Help! The screeching was awful. There was a male with her, informing her she was going the wrong way if she planned to get home. All sounded fine until the end. We jumped out of bed to see people running towards them and then nothing. All went quiet and people were just walking as though nothing happened. It was bizarre. Hopefully it was just friends being drunk, but that scream was outrageous. We didn't eat at the hotel as they were always out and about.
Okay, I love that it's just a mixture of like, yeah, the hotel was okay. Also, this happened.
I know. It's such a wild. She's like, well, anyways, we didn't eat at the hotel, but the beds were comfy.
Yeah.
Room was clean.
There was a ghost, but
yeah,
it's so noisy outside. Okay.
Yeah, that's literally, she's like, well, everyone kept it clean. Everyone was friendly. And then she's like, my only complaint other than the ghost is the noise from the streets. We closed and locked the windows, and it made no difference. Wow, that's what you really want to
Yeah.
Maybe you should have called the police, ma'am, if you heard someone saying, "Let go of me, get off of me, help."
Oh my god, that is an amazing review, just because it really just paints you a picture of the Empress Hotel.
Exactly, like
it actually took me back to Victoria.
I know. You're like, the pub.
It is really busy there though, because it's such a popular tourist spot.
Yeah.
And there's just people everywhere.
Yeah, there's lots of people. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. And yeah, she heard, I wonder if she had opened the door, if she would have seen that old lady.
Yeah, it's fun that she heard the knock before. What if it's just the guy that does the ghost tour? So he's just like... ding, ding, ding.
Oh, yeah. He was like, oh, this is going to get me so much money.
Yeah, he's just dressed up as an old lady. Well, anyway, I won't ruin his source of income.
Yeah, don't shut the hell up.
Sorry, revealing the secrets of ghost
he's listening
tour
to this.
school.
He's like, that bastard, that little bitch.
They're on to us.
They're on to us, boys. Like Scooby-Doo running away. So yeah, that's the story of the Empress.
Man, that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, I want to do something kind of local. Yeah, that's what I said. I want to do something local. So yeah. So
anyway, we do that. That's it for our episode today. Yeah, those are some zingers.
Some real zings, some little zing-zangs. But yeah, we got to get going because we're super popular. But anyways, if you wanted... Oh, one more thing though. If you wanted to share your story, because eventually if we get enough people listening and we get some... I want to compile a couple stories. Yeah. And we could do like... in the beginning of the episode, we can share someone else's spooky story. So if you got something like a cool true crime, or you got a ghost story or a local legend in your area, share those with us, and you can send it in to blameitонthecider@gmail.com, and we will read those for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for listening, and shout out to her patrons, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to all my patrons.
Just because they do keep the support is just amazing. Yeah. So.
Any support is awesome. Yeah. If you want to support me for my art or for this podcast, I swear to God, it will get better. We just need.
I think, I listened to our previous ones and it's already just, I feel like the way we talk is just a lot better, but who knows?
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, guys, have a great night or day, and make sure you drink your water.
Don't marry your 18-year-old son.
Please don't marry your 18-year-old son. And, just try hard to not beat someone to death with a hammer. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Well, bye.
Bye.